First expert for today's session is Miss Anne D'Souza, a Senior Manager, Learning and Development at the Oberoi Group, Bangalore. Miss Anne D'Souza is a seasoned hospitality professional and she is also an alumni. She has a remarkable career span of over 15 years in the areas of training, especially the front office operations and the guest experience management. She began her journey with the prestigious Oberoi Center of Learning and Development, OCLD, one of the India's most respected institutions for hospitality training, where she honed her managerial and leadership skills. Over a few years, Ms. D'Souza has been working across several renowned Oberoi properties, including the Oberoi Mumbai, Trident Nariman Point, and the Oberoi Bengaluru, taking on diverse roles such as duty manager, further assistant manager, and later deputy sales manager. Her continuous pursuit of excellence and passion for people development led her to transition into learning and development. Currently, as a senior manager learning and development, she drives strategic initiatives in employee training, skill enhancement, and service innovation at the Oberoi Group, one of the India's most iconic luxury hospitality brands. Her professional philosophy revolves around creating exceptional guest experiences through empowered employees, innovative technology, and a culture of continuous learning. Today, she will be speaking on a very relevant and a fascinating topic, front office operations and guest experience technologies. So without further delay, over to you, Ms. Anne. The screen is all yours.
Good evening, each one of you, and I would like to thank you firstly for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Ms. Sonali Jadhav. Lovely to see you on screen. And the rest of you all, a very, very warm welcome. It is my honor to do this. I was one of you all some time back, and I feel so privileged to do it.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and it's the first time that we are interacting.
Yes, yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you so much for all of you all. I would be taking you through front office operations. So just allow me one moment and I will be sharing my screen. Thank you.
Yeah, visible. Visible, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much. I will be taking you through the presentation. However, before I begin, I wanted to just take you through something called Discover, Explore, and Dream. This is something that I believe in, and I think it's extremely important for each one of you to get through this experience. There's a short video that I will be starting off with, post which I will be going through the other details as well.
Sorry, Anne, does this have a audio as well, right?
Yes, please. Can you hear the
So you
audio or
just,
you
no,
can't hear it?
you just stop sharing once. And
All
when
right.
you do share screen, there is a small toggle on the right top where you say
Yes.
include sound, include sound. You
Yes.
need to toggle it on.
Yes, I did
Yeah.
that. You couldn't hear? All right, I'll do
No,
it
no,
again.
can't.
One moment, please. Could you let me know if you can hear the audio as well? It's starting now. It's just starting.
Yes, it's audible now. Yeah.
It's audible.
Thank you. Thank you. The reason why I took you through this, because I wanted you to go through an experience with reference to hospitality. Why is hospitality very important and what defines hospitality is because we have our attraction, accessibility, and accommodation. I think this is very three important parameters, which that's the reason why we call it tourism or we call it hospitality in reference to what we're doing. Tourism is any refer to any provider that we give. So you can give it a transportation, you can give it accommodation, you can give it a food and beverage, or any activities like sports, events, or festivals. Both of them are interrelated. Both of them come hand in hand, and this is why it is very, very important for us to understand as a hospitality and tourism, both aspects very, very important that comes in. One is accommodation and the food and beverage, because whenever you stay, you would always look at the facilities with reference to the food. There is one more aspect which we have recently started having in hospitality, which I will be mentioning at the end. Hotels can be classified into various classifications. So type, for example, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star. The sizes define it. The ratings on TripAdvisor or any other mediums define it. Location, for example, you saw the video saying it's more resort. You have city, you have leisure, you have business. Based on the facilities that you give in, do you have a 24-hour restaurant? Do you have pool, swimming pool, spa? And the ownership. Ownership, to let all of you know, some is owned by the company and some is managed as well. With front office, why I took you through this experience, because front office is the most important, because you're the first point of contact. We call it is the first contact that makes a difference. So reservations, for example, you would not have it in the hotel. You may have a small inner unit, but if you have a centralized contact center, like we have a centralized and in each unit, so they are the first point. Your operators is your second point. A second thing is whenever you have an airport, for example, you have an airport representative, that would also be a third point. Then you come into your check-in, who is the person who assists you, the one who check out when you're leaving. Your bell desk is the person who gives you your baggage and your welcome drink, and even with your butler. The ones on your left hand side, on the other side, are the extra facilities. For example, if you need a meeting room, then we have a business center. If you need car arrangements, we'll go to travel desk. A left luggage is a place that, for example, you want to leave your luggage, you want to step away and come back. And concierge is something that we plan for you if you're on leisure specifically, or it could also be in business. The types of accommodation, I always wanted to tell you, the types of rooms that you have, it can be divided. The number of rooms and sizes. So like if you have a king size bed, if you have a queen size bed, if you have a twin bedded, which is 2 separate beds, if you have the base category of room, if you have the deluxe or the premier, and we also always say the suite, which is always your premium category. That is how your accommodation is divided, and that is the reason why it is written in this manner. Special accommodations, for example, if there's anything with a physically abled, or you are in an area where you have tents or where you have palaces, so your product is different. In a front office or in your hotel, these are the basic 3 things which define you. What is the guest are you looking for, and your product and how it defines it. Basic structure, this is an RDM is a rooms division manager. You always have a general manager who heads the hotel. You may have an EAM/RDM, and RDM is a rooms division manager, or EM is executive assistant manager. They too are second in command. Then below them, you have the front office manager, which we also name as department head. Under department heads, you have assistant managers as well as you have duty managers, which are also a part. Post that below, you have supervisors, and then you have assistants. Steps, for example, we have in the Oberoi group. It's an undergraduate program that we have. However, in your case, because you all are doing your graduation, it's not relevant for you, but this is something that we do in the Oberoi group. What you can see, the airport, bell desk, telephones, reservation, reception, concierge. These are various parameters which we do in a part of the front office department. The roles in the front office, which is very, very important. There are different roles. So you reach out to sell rooms as much as possible. In rooms division, selling out a room is extremely important for the profitability of the hotel. It also gives you maximum profit, even though food and beverage does well, but in a profit, 80% has to come from rooms for your hotel to be profitable. The right room ready on arrival. This is the basic expectation of any guest, to give them the room product as what they expect. That is something that is mandatory. Secure your money for every key. It is very, very important for us to know that you are going to make your payments. In the case of frauds or any respect, for example, we do a pre-authorization. A pre-authorization is when we block a set of amount on your card, which is adjusted at the end of your stay. Guest services, as I mentioned, concierge, cars, message, wake-up call. These are various other facilities as well we give you. And what is most important is at the end, whatever statistics or detailing, front office is always the first point of contact. And it is the contact that makes a difference in every role. So that is why, to let you know when I'll just brief you about these words that are coming on your screen. Distribution and inventory management. Each hotel has a set of numbers. So for example, at Oberoi Bangalore, we have 160 rooms. Inventory management and distribution is to make sure that all the rooms are sold out, as well as we are able to distribute it in the market. Revenue management is what the revenue manager does and makes sure that we close 100% occupancy. Room coordination is make sure between front office and housekeeping we have the right rooms, our rooms are settled well. Settlement control is something that we do right at the end to make sure that when you're about to check out. Guest satisfaction is something that we do to make sure that your stay is well as communication, whatever reports we take out. So the system we use is Opera, but right now we have updated our version to Opera Cloud, which is something that is a newer version that all hotel have it. Something to let you know about front office, which is a little more in detail, which is a little different from your basic of bell desk, is called a net promoter score. What is the meaning of a net promoter score? A net promoter score is given by every guest to tell us how the hotel services are. How does it work? It works with an email that is sent to the hotel. 0 to 6, we call them detractors. Those are guests that are not very happy or satisfied. 7 to 8, we call them passives. And 9 and 10, we call them promoters. That is how it is divided. This is for a guest who stays in your hotel. So this is one feature which is very, very important for you to know, because a bell desk is rated, a front desk is rated. So this is a term that we always use, which is called net promoter score. The second term which we always use in hotel industry is called leading quality assurance. Leading quality assurance is to let you know this is a company that comes to audit us. So every hotel has to be audited, and that is why all of us have to know a set of standards to be able to do well. So each process, the front office has a set of LQA standards, a food and beverage has a set of LQA, cashiers, concierge, every aspect has a set of standards which is set by Oberoi Hotels, as well as leading quality assurance. So the second company that we always use is called LQA, which is the process in which. The third very, very important word that we always use is standard operating procedures. These are a set of standards on how we take a process and how we do every standard. So for example, greeting a guest, we fold our hands when greeting a guest, but how do you greet a guest? The verbiage we do. So everything of that, it is written, which is also extremely important.
We are a company of hotels and resorts, but that's not who we are. We're architecture that transports the imagination and cuisine that delights, and beauty that inspires and landscapes both ancient and modern. But none of these is who we are. We are each of you and the great gift you bring to your work every day. The heart of you. This is who we are. Some might think that great hotel brands are built by finding the best places in the best locations. To us, it's by finding the best places in the best people that a successful company is born. Not just a successful company, but a meaningful one. Ask any guest who has stayed with us what they think of Oberoi, and they will all offer the same answers. The warmth, the kindness, the sincerity in the way we take care of their needs. It is these that have made us one of the world's most loved and respected hotel brands. This is who we are. This is our promise to the world, and it's you who allows us to make it. Because what comes from your heart is felt in the heart.
There are two things that I wanted to explain to you, which is there. The first thing that I wanted to explain to you is responsibilities. So as I mentioned earlier, you have a front office manager, you have a duty manager, you have supervisors, you have team members. So each level, there are a set of responsibilities that each person has. With reference to the softwares that we have Opera Cloud, which is the newest version that is used. You have key cards, which are electronic, which are used because of privacy and safety, which is done for everyone. One recent thing which is very, very important, which is very different, is experiences. The last video that I had showed you all, it showed there were 3 words that had come out. Firstly, it defines on the people. One thing which is very, very important is whenever we are defining ourselves in our job roles, our people are very, very important, and how we carry out our processes and standards is very important. The second thing, which recently is the trend in hospitality and especially is very, very important in front office, is experiences. Experiences right now, because there are a 9 number of hotels. So for any team member or any guest to enter your hotel, the first thing is they're looking at an experience. They are not just looking at an accommodation. They are not just looking at what food you give, but in total, what are the experiences you give it? So it is very, very important when you're giving an experience, it comes from your heart. The tagline that is written, heart.felt, and is something that is always very, very important, especially in front office, is what comes from your heart is felt in your heart. What is this purpose? Is that whatever you're doing, it is something you're genuinely doing it with your standards. You're genuinely understanding the needs of the guest, and you're able to follow the processes. So in front office, these are the various sections and areas which is very, very important for you to cover it, because in that manner, you're able to understand your guest needs, and then you're able to create experiences. The different types of guests right now that you have, first is your corporate guest who come in only for that section, where they come in a particular time and they leave. The second section of guests that come into your hotel are leisure guests, which more or less come on your weekend. So they come in on a Friday and they leave on a Sunday or a Monday because they're coming for a holiday. You have a set of guests that we call as a group, which come in for a corporate movement or a MICE or meetings, incentive, conferences. So that is the next section. You also have airlines or crew who come in. Those are the set of colleges or companies that come in. So that is airlines. And last is any guest who just come in for a day use. A day use is when you come into the morning and you leave in the evening. So that is how it is divided. So you have corporate, you have leisure, you have weddings, you have conferences, as well as you have people who come in just for a few set of hours because they need to work, or they come in few set of hours for relaxation. You also have those parameters. A bit of a quiz I wanted to do with all the students. as well. Is that a possibility?
Yes, you can share this quiz and maybe on the chat box they will answer.
All right. So I'm going to be giving you a set of wordings. What I wanted to know is I wanted to know the full form of it. So for example, if I say a terminology which we always use in hotels, which is called NPS, what does NPS stand for? If anybody knows, you can put it in the chat box.
Can you all please answer in the chat box?
Sundar sir, can we see any responses in the chat box? Chat isn't available
On the screen, yes.
to the chat.
It's showing chat is not available.
Only members of the team have access to the chat.
Participants can raise their hands also. I think
I'm
it's
calling
fine.
Sundar sir.
Madam, kindly
Yes,
enable
please.
Net
the
promoter
chat.
score. It's a net promoter score.
Yes,
promoter score.
it is the net promoter score. Thank you so much. What is detractor? When we say a guest is detractor, what is detractor?
Ma'am, if the rating is 0 to 6.
Very good, 0 to 6. Thank you so much. What is SOP? A terminology we use a lot in hotels.
Standard operating procedure.
Standard operating procedure.
Standard operating procedure. What is the full form of LQA?
Leading quality assurance.
Leading quality assurance. 7 to 8 is called what in net promoter score?
Passive.
Passive. And 9 and 10 is called what?
Promoters.
Promoters. What is the recent trend with guests, which is very, very important? They don't need rooms. They don't only come for rooms. They don't only come for food. What is the one thing that guests nowadays look for it?
Experiences.
Experiences. Absolutely right. I'm not sure who answered that, but they are looking for experiences. And it is something that is very, very important. When you do, there was a terminology called heartfelt, because can be used for anyone with whatever you do. Does anybody know the full form of what I mentioned or what I explained about it?
Do what you're doing from your heart, so it is felt
Yes.
by the heart.
Yes. So what comes from your heart is felt from your heart. The department that is with the first person who meets, apart from your reservations, which is that department? Is the first person guest interacts with?
Concierge?
Before a concierge, when you enter a hotel, which is the first
Telephones.
Operator.
Operator.
Well
one is
well
bell desk, and after bell desk, who meets? After bell desk, who meets?
You can add a valet
Doorman.
also, ma'am. Parking valet. Before
Valet
get down
also,
the guests,
yes.
parking valet.
All right. Once you enter the hotel, who meets after the bell desk? Reception. Absolutely right. The reception is the first person. Which is the last person the guest meets before leaving? Sorry,
Bellboy.
I didn't get it. I'm so sorry. I didn't get that.
Bellboy.
Bellboy, but before bellboy.
Cashier.
Reception again.
Absolutely
again.
right. The cashiers
Yeah.
or the checkout counter. If we need to make any assistance with luggage, it is the bell desk or the bellboy, as you mentioned, as well as in case of travel, which is the department which is the subsection of front office I should
Travel desk.
connect.
Travel desk.
Initially,
Travel
ma'am, at
desk
first,
or
the
your
reservations,
concierge.
no? The reservations
Yeah.
desk, initially at first.
Yes, so you have a concierge. A reservation desk is mainly at the heart of the house or back of the office. So reservations is something on email, but the first person you meet in the front is your concierge. So your concierge, your bell desk, your check-in, your duty manager, your assistant front office manager, these are all the different sections which are in the front of the hotel. So when you enter, you automatically meet one of them. Is there any questions anybody would like me to explain with reference to what I've said with different subsections and responsibilities? Opera is used in front office. Micros is used in food and beverage. We have electronic key cards right now. We are also going into sustainable items, like for example, during COVID, we all went digital. So now we do not print reg cards. We do not print anything. We have tablets, which from there we get all your information. We make you sign and we scan your details as well. So we have become paperless because it's more sustainable. That is something. And also in some of our hotels, we've also started paperless or recycle key cards. This is a newer feature which we have started. In many brands it is as well. To make sure we use reusable items. That is something that we use. Is there any questions you would like me to explain or any terms or terminology you would like me to explain? I would be happy to do so.
Miss
Ma'am,
Anne, if I may come in. All right. Please, sir. Mr. Mishra, please.
any professional term for driver in your hotel, madam? In the sense, it's an interview question. That's why it's a genuine thing I'm asking, madam.
Yes, it is chauffeurs. We call them chauffeurs. The team that drives the hotel cars, we call them chauffeurs. And the one, we have a set of people at main porch as well who stand. But if you are coming in a driven car, it is known as chauffeurs.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome, sir.
Ma'am, I have one just a small request. Maybe you can see that query. That
Yes.
Can you enlighten on the part of statistical role uses of in the front office department, statistical records and statistical datas?
Yes, so we have arrival reports, we have departure reports. In other statistics that we have no-shows. We also have guests who we give complimentary. We in inventory, what is very, very important in front office, we make sure your arrival and departure reports are very important for us to know when are you coming in and when are you leaving so that we can close 100%. This is a term that you've used always, 100% occupancy. And these are the only two things if we get the correct arrival details and we get the correct departure details. The other, for example, reports that we use are VIP guest report or single lady report. These are things that we use. So a single lady traveler, a VIP traveler, these are different other subsection reports, but these are the two main reports we always use in front office.
So, ma'am, these reports, when we analyze these reports, then how we are going to inculcate these reports into the futuristic operations of the front office?
So
like
in arrival, sorry, please.
In decision making part.
Yes. How are these reports defining decision making, if I may understand your question?
Yes, correct, ma'am, correct.
Yes. So with arrivals, when we know your set of times, we can do back to back. Back to back is a terminology like one guest leaves and the second guest comes in as well. So in that way, we can do overbooking. If we know your departure time, so many set of rooms we can also get in advance.
2 minutes.
So that is, I'm so sorry.
No, please carry on. Please carry on.
Yes. So that's the reason why we have overbooking. That's another term that we use. So an arrival report is very, very important. So we know how many guests are coming in what time and what time you're leaving so that we can book more and we can get more revenue. The room is the same, but if you're leaving at a particular time, for example, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have a guest coming at 6 o'clock in the morning, I would ideally like to give you that room as well. So then we get double revenue. We are allowed to sell a room twice by even it's by law. So that's the reason why we can use overbooking, and arrival and departure report is something that we use for statistics. Because if you don't close 100%, your ARR, your RevPAR, and your position of your hotel can reduce, and your profitability as well reduces.
And I would like to have two questions.
Yes,
can you
please.
talk a little bit about MIS? What is your strategy about that? And second, you're talking about guest experiences, but I'm sure you must be getting some complaints and issues. So what is your policy to deal with it?
With reference to guest complaints, based on the situation, there are different set of department heads or the general manager or whatever reasons, the set of people meet them. If there is a set of compensation, if there's something we need to do, we do that. Thirdly, we make sure what is the root cause. So that is very, very important for us to understand what is the root cause and how can we get better. And that training comes into place. That's the reason why their technical training is very, very important for them, for your team and your behavior. These are two things which define guest complaint, because it's not only your technicals, but it's also your behavior and your body language. How are you dealing with guests? And based on that, a set of standards is made, a set of procedures made, and we go ahead with it. With reference to the softwares that we have, we recently have gone to Opera Cloud. So Opera Cloud, earlier we had Opera, which was the earlier versions, where your shortcut keys and all of those aspects were used. However, right now in Opera Cloud, it is more modernized, and there are different tablets. So you have a checkout tablet, you have a check-in tablet, you have different rooms and different features. The concept is similar, however, it's an upgraded version and it works on the web. That is why it's known as Opera Cloud. So all your details, all your systems. The other systems that we also use is EDC integration to make sure that what is a new process is that when you're checking out, instead of me manually typing the amount, we have a software called EcoBills, we have Opera, and we have the EDC machine. So from Opera, it goes to the EcoBills, and from EcoBills, it goes to your EDC machine. So directly your amount is featuring on your EDC. So there's no manual intervention, and that helps you not to make any mistakes. So in case you put a mistake in the system, then obviously that amount will come on your EDC. But if you don't make a mistake on your system, what is the exact amount from your system gets directly on the EDC machine, which is very, very beneficial for teams so that there's no numbers or mistakes done.
All right, thank you.
Most welcome.
Are there more questions?
Yeah, ma'am, I just want to have just a small words with the ma'am that many of the European countries, for especially tourism-based economy and hospitality, they are having some different kind of ventures like capsules hotels are there. Why not these things are presently in Indian hospitality industry?
I feel in Indian hospitality, what defines us is luxury. The hotels abroad, with what you're talking about, they don't define luxury. They have a smaller cubicle, they have self check-in, they do not have, you just need to make a QR code for your payment. So I think what defines us is luxury. And many times when you have guests who have come from abroad or international guests, I may use that terminology, they understand what is hospitality when they come to us. So I think in that way, mentioning us to go in that direction, then there's no difference of luxury because you're just giving them, it is just that you're walking in, you're going to your own room, you're going to your own details, and you're making a payment and leaving. So that is why I think we as Indians are very hospitable and we have a very defined structure for luxury. It can be any brand. We are known for the way we do what we do. And that is why I think it's very important for us to continue what we're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most welcome.
घर के अंदर सर्बिया की मधुमक्खी पालक मरियाना दोला सेविक ने अपने घर के लिविंग रूम में एक पारदर्शी प्लेक्सीग्लास
Request you all to please mute your mics.
एक छोटे पाइप से बाहर बगीचे से
Mr. Yatin. Mr. Yatin. Thank you.
Ma'am, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, please.
Ma'am, myself, Lingapan, I am working as assistant professor PG on Bangalore. I have a question that, ma'am, you have a heavy competitor in MG Road. And what makes that to choose the guest to stay in Oberoi? What strategic plan you guys are following? Any idea?
Thank you so much for your question, sir. What defines us is our service and our people. That is something that we believe in. That is something in our dharmas. And that is what defines Oberoi Group. The Oberoi logo as well after rebranding is known for its warmth, its energy and sense of well-being. Our understanding of what you need before you ask us is something what we believe and our consistency. There is a standard operating procedure for every single thing. And we have two people which are very, very important in our values. First is our guest and second is our people. So I always tell everybody, if you take care of your people, if you train your people, your guests are very happy. And these are two things we always, any decisions are made, we think what is best for guests. Any decisions are made, we think what is best for our people. So I think that is what defines us as an Oberoi Group.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And second
Thank you so much.
Amenities will be provided in the guest room.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't understand your question.
Any eco-friendly amenities are providing in the guest rooms?
Yes, we have all our toiletries and our dental as well is made in recycle and also with the help of a sustainable item. As a brand, we have started water bottling plants. So we have everything that is glass and not plastic. We also have facilities which we mention if you do not want your linen to be changed and to be kept with reference to sustainability, and you want us to change it only twice or thrice so that it is better for the environment. We have something called an Oberoi Enhance is a tablet. So the menus, your bill, everything is digital. So nothing is printed. So we are also cutting down paper and that way we are defining it as well.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ma'am, one more thing
Ma'am,
I
good
just
evening.
want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, what you feel about the guest approach towards the sustainable products, sustainable articles in the hotels?
So, thank you. In the current situation, I feel everyone is more sustainable. They are looking for products that are more sustainable. They're looking for food which is organic. They're looking for water. They're looking for various things which is recycled. They also look at public, like for example, which is the closest metro station you have, or what are the things that we can use, electronic charging stations. So in the current situation, especially with the European and the international guests, the sustainability has increased even double. Earlier, it may have been 20%. Now it is 80% of a hotel is also defined by that sustainability.
That's really good to know and impressive, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Ravi Shirsagar. I'm having a query.
Yes, please.
As your hotel is using a cloud-based system,
yes.
What measures does the hotel take to protect the privacy of the guest?
So we have an internal corporate team and an internal IT team that this data is only available on our systems. It cannot be used anywhere. We do not allow any access of pen drives or even on our laptops. There's only a set of websites that can be opened. So that is why in our process, the safety and the security of a guest is even higher. So your details are confidential. We have a separate system in the Oberoi group that we refer to it, which no one has access, and it is only on the LAN connection in the Oberoi group. If the LAN is not there, you won't even get those details. It doesn't work on Wi-Fi.
Okay, that means you are having SOP pre-installed for the guest premises.
Yes, we do have that. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Good evening,
Hello.
sir.
Good
Yes,
evening,
sir.
ma'am. Ma'am, how does the AI is helping out for the improving the guest experience, ma'am, nowadays?
So with us, with the AI, I think technology is user-friendly. However, in the case of guest experiences, we do have everything which is digitally can be seen. So that is the reason where your AI comes in. But for creating an experience or creating a special dinner or creating a special set of this, you always have to have a personal interaction. So you can't have an AI which was generated. However, with softwares that I told you, we have gone paperless and all, like QR codes, our menus, you have QR codes. So that is the way AI is helping. But it's not that there's an AI to generate and tell you what needs to be done in your room, how it needs to be done in a room. There is a personal intervention. I hope that answers your question, sir.
I think Miss Ankita and Miss Jyoti, they've raised their hands. They want to ask something. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, hi, hello. Good evening. It was a great presentation, by the way. I would like to start with that. And I had one doubt. You said that it's like the international client is more focused towards the sustainable practices that are being offered in hotel. I would like to know the Indian response towards it. Are the Indians okay with it as well, or are they aware about this fact?
Yes, I think when I mentioned international and Indian, international knew these guests knew it from a very long time. Currently, Indians have started to get into sustainable and understand it because this is the new basis the environment. However, I think internationally have always had it. It is something that they always use user-friendly, but for Indians, it is something in the recent times we have adjusted ourselves. Like, for example, you use renewable energy, you use electronic charging station. These are things that have recently come in. But as Indians as well as guests, they themselves have started making a difference and they themselves have started changing for it as well.
Another one question.
Yes,
that
please.
is it expensive to switch to greener methods compared to the ones that was currently going on in the industry? Like, because usually our industry is one of the generators of waste. Moreover, so now the concept of sustainability is kind of coming into place and everybody's switching to greener methods, but I think it is a little expensive. So are the people okay with paying that much?
I think in the long term, initial amount, yes, it is higher. However, in the long term, sustainable items are beneficial. And for us, in the current situation, we are looking what benefits our guests. So we are looking at long term. If you look at it short term, yes, you have to put a lot of expenses, you have to put a lot of income. But in your long term, it is what's going to benefit your hotel.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Are there
Thank you.
questions?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
Ms. Rabina.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good
Good evening, ma'am.
evening. Yeah, good evening.
Ma'am,
Yes, please.
what is the expectations of the guest from the current generation, which is looking after the sustainability as well as technology? So, what do you find the difference? How we earlier we satisfy with our services, we like hospitality. So nowadays people like more technology as well as sustainability in both communication. So, what is the difference of guest opinion at the time of when they come and front in a check-in?
Uh, Thank you so much. In the current situation, they are looking at sustainable. They are looking for different details, but what they're looking for is efficiency. With your technology, with your sustainability, with your standards, they're looking for efficiency and they're looking for grace. So these are two things that define us. So if you have a particular product, or if you have your tablets, or if you have anything that is digital, they expect it to be faster. So your team that is there on board has to train better, and they have to know better to use the software so that we can become more efficient. So that is how I will answer your question, if that works for you.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much. And one
Thank you.
more, I want to add it more things like that.
Yes.
Guests feel more comfortable. Earlier, we called as a privacy impact, but technologies are not so much smart right now to mean the privacy is affected for them. So, how we change our scenario in that particular moment? Because privacy is important for each and every guest in our hospitality field.
Yes, I feel with the current technology, your privacy is of highest importance. I think earlier, 10 years back, we didn't have so many softwares. You did not have so many things that a person would be interested to get guest information. But right now, having your IT secured is even important. That is why we have a very strict protocol, even for our laptops, even for our softwares. It is very, very important to have it in the current situation, because otherwise it will harm your guest privacy.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for clarification.
Thank you for your question, sir.
We'll take one last question. I think Mahika would like to ask a question. Mahika, please go ahead.
So my question is, what kind, is there any way that you're using technology to train the staff, or is it still the old school, through conversations and through learning, the learning and development bit is happening? I just wanted to understand how AI is being used there, if it is being used.
We have something called Blended. We, as a company, have a learning platform. So in this way, what happens is, as a trainee, there's a set of things that you need to do. And as a trainer, there's a set of things that I need to do. So earlier, it used to be only one way. I think with technology, it's become two ways. So it also gives you accountability as a trainee, and it also gives me accountability as a trainer. So it's not only one way, it is two ways.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for your question.
Thank you so much, so very much, Ms. Ann. With that, we'll bring an end to this session. Thank you so much for an insightful session on hospitality, and beginning with the foundation principles and guiding us to understand the importance of personalization and also the evolving dynamics of guest interactions, which is all rooted in the Oberoi Dharma, which is essentially, which truly embodies the essence of hospitality. Um, Nevertheless, we are always deeply grateful for this engaging session, and thank you so much for being so patient with our questions, with the Q&A session. It was definitely a pleasure to have you with us today as our speaker, and we hope it felt wonderful and nostalgic for you to be a part of your alma mater.
Yes, and absolute a pleasure to have you here talk to all the participants. And we are very proud of you.
I would like to say thank you. More than anything, it is the least I can do to give back. Ma'am was all of them were my teachers and my professors, and now they're heading the institute. So I'm extremely proud of it. And if there's any way I can help out, I'll be most happy. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I wish each one the very best in your future. Thank you for your time, and thank you for giving me. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
We'll have a group photograph. So everybody should switch on their cameras, please. Everybody, please switch on your cameras.
Can you get people who switched on the cameras in one frame and others in another? Is that a possibility?
You have 7 frames to
Because
capture.
there are 111 participants here.
7 frames.
If everyone can switch on their camera for 1 minute, I can quickly capture all screens.
Yeah. Somjit Agasti, Deepak Kumar, I don't know who all you all are seeing on the screen. Let's take the picture now, no matter what. Sundar?
Done.
Click, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Anne, once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Anne. So,